Hello everyone, welcome to Mathworld. This video is to discuss Cambridge International AS and A-Level Mathematics Paper 1, which is a pure mathematics one for February-March 2020, and the code is 9709/12. So please subscribe to the channel and share this channel with your friends if you enjoy watching my videos. Let's get started. So for question number 1, the function f is defined by fx equals to 1 over x plus 3x, 1 over 3x plus 2 plus x squared for x less than minus 1. Determine whether f is an increasing function, a decreasing function, or neither. Okay, just for information, when the function is an increasing function, that means that f prime x is greater than 0. And when it is a decreasing function, then the first derivative will be less than 0. So let's look at the derivative. Okay, so first of all, I will rewrite my fx equals to 1 over 3x plus 2 plus with x squared. So I will move up the 3x plus 2. So it becomes 3x plus 2 with degree of minus 1, then plus x squared. So for your information, to integrate or to differentiate, okay, let's say your fx is, okay, I would write in this form. So you need to differentiate fx to the power of n. So then the n is the power of the fx, and it can be any numbers. So when you need to differentiate this, you basically moving down the n, and then rewrite your fx, and then the power always minus 1 because of differentiation. Then don't forget to times by the differentiation of fx. That will be f prime x. So this is the differentiation of function with degree n. So now from here, I will write f prime x. So I will bring down the minus 1. It will be minus 3x plus 2. The power instead of minus 1 now becomes minus 2 because you minus 1 from minus 1. Then after that, when you differentiate the bracket, differentiate 3x plus 2, you will be getting 3. Okay, now followed by differentiating the x squared. So it will be 2x. Okay, so from here, right, I need to rewrite first. This is going to be negative 3 over 3x plus 2 squared because of the power negative 2, right? So whenever you see negative, you just move it down. Then the remaining terms just copy back and plus 2x. Now look at this. Your x is less than minus 1. And then I need to conclude whether this f prime x is positive or negative. So given x is less than minus 1, then now I need to conclude what is my denominator of the first term. That means 3x plus 2 squared, it will be greater than 0. Because whenever you see squared, minimum is 0. Alright, so when less than minus 1, it does not include. Now, just for information, 3x plus 2, when it is 0, means that your x will be negative 2 over 3. Okay, so that means here less than minus 1. That means you will not replace the x by negative 2 over 3. Therefore, there is no equal sign. Okay, it will not be exactly 0. That's why I will just write here greater than 0. Okay, so this, the orange color is just for your reference, whether I have to include the 0 or not include the 0. So obviously, it will be positive for my denominator. But then, now, what happened to the whole value here? I want to judge. Right? So since your numerator is positive, is negative 3, right? So I will say that negative 3 over 3x plus 2 squared, it will be less than 0. Because even though the denominator is positive, but then the numerator is negative. Therefore, negative over a positive is still negative. Okay, and what happened to this 2x? So that means your x is less than minus 1, definitely 2x will be less than minus 2. Alright, so from here, I will say that my f prime x is basically less than 0 when x is less than minus 2. Because when you substitute these two values into your f prime x, so the first term is less than 0, the second term you plus with negative 2, okay, less than negative 2. That means it will be more negative. Therefore, I get this conclusion. f prime x is less than 0, when x is less than minus 1. So when less than 0, look at this. Obviously, it is a decreasing function. Okay, hence your fx is a decreasing function. So done for question number 1. Okay, now for question number 2, the graph of fx is transformed into the graph of y equals to 1 plus f of half x. Right, just now 1x now becomes half x. Describe fully the two single transformations which have been combined to give the resultant transformation. So from here, our first transformation is f of half x. Then the second transformation is the plus 1. So which means now, okay, so it will be first transformation. Now when it is f of half x, right, that is stretch parallel to the x-axis, okay, with scale factor 2. Okay, now look at the second transformation. It is plus 1, so it means that the whole graph plus 1. That means that is the effect on the y value. So which means you are moving up the whole graph by 1 unit. That is basically the translation, followed by translation of 0, 1. Okay, there's no change in the x, but you are just moving up the graph by 1 unit. So that's all for this question. Okay, now next question number 3. The diagram shows parts of the graph with equation y equals to x squared plus 1 and the shaded region enclosed by the curve, the y-axis, and the line y equals to 5, which is this is y equals to 5, is rotated through 360 degrees about the y-axis. So you are rotating this region through 360 degrees about the y-axis, which means you will be getting this solid. So this is a solid, and then you need to find the volume. So now, since we are rotating about the y-axis, the general formula is basically v equals to pi x squared dy. Alright, so now you refer to the region towards the y-axis. So now, and from the graph, okay, here, see, you are given the 1. So that means the region will be bounded by y equals to 1 until 5. Okay, will be bounded by y equals to 1 and y equals to 5. So this is our formula, which means now I need to get what is my x squared. So I will write y equals to x squared plus 1. Hence, my x squared will be y minus 1. Therefore, my volume equals to pi integrate from 1 to 5 x squared dy. Then this is going to be integrate from 1 to 5. My x squared is y minus 1. Then from here, right, to integrate this, we have a formula. Now, the formula that I'm using is integrate ax plus b to the power of n dx. That is ax plus b to the power of n plus 1 over the new degree. And don't forget to differentiate the ax plus b. You get a, then plus c. Another option is you can just treat these two as two terms. Right, so we have two options to solve this. So now, using this formula, remember, this formula, there's a condition, the n cannot be minus 1. Because when the n equals to minus 1, the denominator will be 0. If denominator is 0, that means that is undefined. Okay, so here I will get y minus 1 squared over 2. Then differentiate y minus 1 is basically 1, because it's 1y. Limits from 1 to 5. Then from here, I can factorize the denominator because denominator now is 2 times 1, which is 2. So once I factorize and combine with the pi, I'm getting pi over 2. And now, just have y minus 1 squared from 1 to 5. Okay, so the next working is just replace the y by 5 first, then minus when the y by 1. Y is replaced by 1. So that means I will be getting pi over 2 times 5 minus 1 is 4 squared. Okay, then minus when the y by 1, that is 0. So from here, you will be getting pi over 2 times 16. That is 8 pi. So this is the first method. Now, if you are using second method, okay, so after this step, I will write pi integrate y minus 1. I treat it as two terms. So y squared over 2 minus y, limits from 1 to 5. Then here you just replace. Final answer will be the same. So replace y by 5 first, 25 over 2 minus 5, followed by minus 1 square is 1, so half minus 1. Okay, then later on here is going to be pi, and then this is 15 over 2. Then here is half minus 1 is negative half, so minus minus is a plus. So you are getting 18 over 2, which is 6 pi. Okay, y squared over 2 minus y, so okay, this is 10, so 25 minus 10 is 15, then minus 1 over 2 minus 1. Okay, here is 1. Right. 1 over 2 minus 1 is basically negative half. So here becomes 16 over 2. 16 over 2 is 8. So you are getting the same answer. So that's all for question number 3. Now next question number 4. A curve has equation. A point is moving along the graph such that at P, the y coordinates is increasing at 4 units per second. So this means, okay, the dy over dt equals to 4. If you are not sure why is it dy over dt, because of per second. Second is time. Alright, and it is positive because of increasing. Now the x coordinate is increasing at 6 units per second. So dx dt equals to 6. Now what is the x coordinate of P? So first of all, I need to rewrite the question. Okay, so from here, since you are given dy dt and dx dt, most likely you need to find dy dx. Okay, so I have to find dy dx. That is the later on from the dy dx, dy dt, and dx dt, I will just apply the chain rule. So when I differentiate x squared minus 2x minus 3 is basically 2x minus 2. Okay, at the same time, from the chain rule, I can also find my dy dx. So now basically my dy dx is dy over dt times dt over dx, or probably you can write divide, up to you. Okay, so this dy dt is given 4. Now for your information, dt over dx is same as 1 over dx over dt. So it means that I need to take inverse of this 6. So I times 1 over 6. That is going to be 2 over 3. So from the chain rule, I know that my dy dx is basically 2 over 3. And at the same time, I will equate these two because both also dy dx. So first equals to second. That means 2x minus 2 equals to 2 over 3. And now you are requested to find the x coordinate of the point. So by moving the minus 2 to the other side, you will get 2x equals to 2 plus 2 over 3. That is going to be 8 over 3. Hence your x is just divide by 2, it will be 4 over 3. So that's all for the question 4. Okay, question 5. Solve the equation. So, tangent theta plus 3 sine theta plus 2 over tangent theta minus 3 sine theta plus 1 equals to 2. Okay, so to solve this, I will just move up this whole denominator. It's like I'm multiplying the denominator, right? Both sides. So here I will get tangent theta plus 3 sine theta plus 2 equals to 2 times tangent theta minus 3 sine theta plus 1. And then I will do the expansion for the right hand side. So once you have done the expansion, you will get 2 tangent theta minus 6 sine theta, then plus 2. Left hand side, just rewrite. Okay, so now here, I will simplify first. I will move all the terms to the other side because I noticed that 2 tangent theta on the right side and left side only 1 tangent theta. So now I will minus, means that you are getting 2 tangent theta, okay, minus 6 sine theta plus 2 minus all the terms on the left side. So since all the terms on the left side initially was plus, so now when you move it to the other side, all of them becomes minus. So now when you simplify, 2 tangent theta minus 1 tangent theta, that is 1 tangent theta. Okay, then the next one, minus 6 sine minus 3 sine, therefore minus 9 sine. So the plus 2 and minus 2 will be cancelled off. Then I let it be 0. Okay, so you have tangent theta and sine theta. So according to the definition of the tangent theta is basically sine theta over cos theta. Then minus 9 sine theta equals to 0. So I will get the same denominator. Okay, so when I get the same denominator, it's like I change the sine 9 sine theta into cos over cos theta, which means I will get sine theta minus 9 sine theta cos theta over cos theta. This is what I get. Okay, and I notice that the sine theta is in common from both terms. So when you are solving, please do not cancel the common term. Always factorize the common term. So now, take out the sine theta or factorize the sine theta. Then here, you will be getting 1 minus 9 cos theta over cos theta equals to 0. And now remember, we need to solve theta from 0 to 90 degrees, right? Inclusive both. Therefore, now, I will just write here 0 to 90 degrees. Now, when you look at this step, okay, the multiplication of two terms equals to 0 means one of them must be 0. So then, either sine theta equals to 0 or 1 minus 9 cos theta over cos theta equals to 0. So, when sine theta equals to 0, refer to the sine graph. This is my sine graph. This is the graph from 0 to 360 degrees. Here is 0. Maximum is 1, minimum is minus 1. And this is my x. Right, let's say this is y equals to sine x. Now, your theta is just defined from 0 to 90. That means here is 180 and then this is 90. So from the graph, from 0 to 90, that means we are just referring to this part. Okay, and the sine theta equals to 0 means it is when the angle is at 0 degrees, right? Which means now I get one value. Theta is 0 degrees. So for the next one, I will just move up this cos theta. So I will get the numerator equals to 0. Therefore, cos theta, it will be 1 over 9. Okay, so when cos theta equals to 1 over 9, again it is in first quadrant. So you can just use your calculator theta is inverse cos 1 over 9. That is going to be 83.6 degrees. So then from here, I will just write my theta basically 0 degrees and 83.6 degrees. So that's all for the working of this question. Now next question number 6. The coefficient for 1 over x in this expansion is 720. A, find the possible values. Okay, look at the question. Values means more than 1a. Alright, so now I will write down the general formula first for the binomial expansion. So it is basically a plus b to the power of n. If you need to get the complete expansion, the full expansion, it is summation na. Right. Then first term, I will write here r from 0 to, sorry, not summation na. This is r from 0 to n. Then ncr, a to the power of n, then b to the power of n minus r. Okay. So now what I need to do here is I will just write in the same form so that I can get my a and b. So 2x plus a over x squared with degree 5. That means my a is 2x. Then my b is a over x squared. Then my n is 5. So it will be summation r from 0 to 5, 5cr, first term degree r. Okay, sorry, mistake. Here is r, not n. Alright, then now this is going to be r, then second term a over x squared to the power of 5 minus r, according to the formula binomial expansion. Now here no need to do expansion, but in the terms here, second and third term, you see the x, right? Therefore I need to simplify the x because I need to find x degree minus 1. 1 over x is basically degree of minus 1 for the x. So now I will split it into few terms. So I want to split the x from the constant. So it will be 5cr here. Then bring in the degree because we have this formula. AB degree m, that is a degree m times b degree m. Okay, and same goes to this part. This is division. So a over b degree m. Okay, or probably this part I can move up, becomes negative. Then after that I use back this formula. Otherwise you can just use the second formula over here. Okay, so then from here I will say this is 2 degree r, x degree r. Right, put a bracket. Then the degree of 5 minus r bring into the the numerator and the denominator, but my denominator I will move up. That means it becomes a degree 5 minus r. Then the x squared in the denominator I move up, it becomes x degree negative 2. Okay, just introduce the negative degree, then to the power of 5 minus r. So then from here I have split the x and constants. Therefore I will write 1 over x same as x power negative 1. So this x power negative 1 equals to, look at the right side. Here I have x, here I have x. Right, so this one you bring in because of another formula. That is a to the power of m, then another power outside. This is basically a to the power of m times n. That's why I just bring it in. Therefore now I will be getting x degree r times x degree negative 2 times 5 minus r. And now when you look at the right hand side, you will have 2 same base. Okay, so you multiply 2 same base. Therefore we need to apply another formula, a to the power of m, and some more the operation is times. So times a power n. So when you have same base and multiplication, that is a to the power of m plus n. Okay, so now here I will just write this is basically x to the power of r plus the degrees here, negative 2 times 5 minus r. Okay, Then now from here, I will just equate them because both sides also same x, same base. So I will write minus 1 equals to r. Okay, this minus 2, you just bring it in. So I will get minus 10. So minus 2 times minus r is plus 2r. Then the right side, it will be 3r minus 10. Then left hand side remains. So now I move the I move the 10 to the other side, right? So when I move the minus 10 to the other side, it becomes plus 10. So minus 1 plus 10 equals to 3r. Hence your 3r equals to 9. And then my r will be 9 over 3, which is 3. That means now my coefficient, because the question asking for coefficient, right, is 720. So coefficient of 1 over x is 720. So now I know that the coefficient of 1 over x in this expansion happens when r equals to 3. So now I will replace r by 3. So then just substitute r by 3 into these three terms, the orange color, right? The one that underlined with orange color, orange line. That means I will get 5c3, 2 power 3, a to the power 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Then equals to 720. Then from here, the left hand side, basically 5c3 is 10 times 2 cubed is 8. Therefore, when you times 80, a squared equals to 720. So then a squared equals to 720 over 80, that is 9. Then your a will be plus minus square root 9. Then at last, that is plus minus 3. Okay, that's why when you look at the question over here, it's mentioned values. So you will expect to get more than 1a. So that is the solution of this 6a. Okay, now b. Hence, find the coefficient of 1 over x degree 7. Right, so 1 over x degree 7 is basically x degree negative 7. So now again, same expansion. So I will just using this step, right? I will just using this step, but I change this to 7. Then I will remain this. Okay, so or probably I will just start with the next step. Right, so I will write x power negative 7 equals to the arrow, refer to the arrow. X to the half r minus 10 plus 2r. Okay, probably you can just refer to this one, just replace. So r minus 10 plus 2r. Right, so x r minus 10 plus 2r. So for the left hand side, I will just write minus 7. Right hand side, it will be 3r minus 10. Right, or probably if you want to do step by step, you should write r minus 10 plus 2r. So here 3r minus 10 equals to minus 7. So to get the r, this minus 10 you move to the other side. That means I will be getting 3r equals to minus 7 plus 10, which is 3. So my r is 1 now. And the question is asking for coefficient. So now coefficient of 1 over x degree 7, that is going to be just replaced, which is similar to this step now. Okay, so I will just replace the r accordingly. Alright, so basically it's 5cr, a to the power r, 2 to the power r, then a to the power 5 minus r. So I will just write it here. It will be 2 to the power 1. Okay, 5c1. Okay, 5c1. 5c1, 2 to the power 1. Then the a to the power 5 minus 1. Okay, according to here. So a to the power 5 minus 1 means a to the power 4. So now my a is plus minus 3, right? A to the power 4. So my a is plus minus 3. So a power 4, it will be plus minus 3 power 4. That is going to be same value. This is 9 squared 81. Okay, even though it's plus minus, but because of the power is even number, you get 81. That means here I will get 5 times 2 times 81. Therefore, you are getting 810. That is the coefficient for 1 over x degree 7. Okay, now for question number 7. The diagram shows a sector AOB. AOB, alright, this is the whole sector, which is a part of circle with center O radius 6. So, means that OA is also 6 because of radius. AOB is the angle 0.8 radians. The point C on OB, right here, such that AC is perpendicular to OB. Okay, the arc CD is the part of the circle with center O where D lies on OA. Alright, here is another circle, another sector. Now, find the area of the shaded region. So, first of all, area of the shaded region from here, I would say that is area of the triangle. Okay, when you look at here, that is area of the triangle minus area of the sector DOC. Right, you minus this. Then that will be the area of the shaded region. Okay, now, if you need to minus the area of the shaded you need to get the area of the shaded region. First of all, we need to find area of triangle. What is the AC? Okay, so once you found the AC, then you can just use half times length times base. So, and then the problem is we also don't know what is the OC. Alright, therefore, you need to, because your OC is the base of the triangle AOC, and also it is a radius for the smaller vector, smaller sector. Okay, so from here, to get that, very simple, you look at the whole rectangle, sorry, whole triangle. Okay, this is a triangle. Now, we know that AO is 6. Okay, now, to get the base or the height, which is the AC for both, I can say that this is right angle triangle because here is given right angle triangle. This is 90 degrees. So the other side must be 90 degrees as well. So now AC is opposite side and the AO is hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse, that is cos. Alright, so I can find the AC using cos angle. So I will write here cos 0.8 radians, that is AC over OA. Sorry. Okay, this is opposite over hypotenuse, that is sine, not cos. Okay, sine. Right. So then, let me check. Okay, I find AC. Alright. Or you can just find OC directly. Okay, we have two methods to find the triangle. Just for information, you can use this. Here A, here B. So half AB. Right, no need to use the angle. But since the angle is given, right, so this is the area. Or you can say A equals to, if you know the C, so I will say half BC sine theta. So I'm going to use this, okay? Then you can get the answer faster. So now means that I need to find out what is my OC. Because later on I also need to find OC. This is the R. Right. So means that if OC, that is an adjacent side. So just forget about the AC. Unless you want to use right angle triangle formula to get the area. So here, what I need to do is I will just use adjacent and hypotenuse, right? Therefore, that is cos. So I will write cos 0.8 is OC over OA. So my OC is OA cos 0.8. And now the OA is given, which is 6. So that means this is 6 cos 0.8. And now remember, this 0.8, right, is radians. So make sure you change your mode of the calculator to radians. Then this is going to be 4.18024. I give more decimal places because this is not yet the final answer. Alright, now I will just write here area of the shaded region equals to area of triangle. The triangle is basically AOC minus area of sector. Area of sector ODC. Okay, this minus this sector. So ODC. Now for your info, if it is a sector, the radius is r, angle is theta. So the area is basically half r squared theta. Alright, so that means now I will write here area of triangle AOC. Since I know the OA is 6, OC already found, then I will just use the second formula. So I will still write down the formula first, half OA times OC sine 0.8. So it will be half OA OC sine 0.8 minus the area of the sector ODC is basically half of OD squared times 0.8 because that is our R. So half OD is same as the OC. So OC squared, then the angle 0.8. Okay, so now replace the values. So I mentioned OA is 6. Okay, OC just found. So half times 6 times 4.18024, then sine 0.8 minus half the OC is 4.18024 times 0.8. Then from here you will get 8.99616 minus 6.989763. Okay, half r squared, so OC squared. Miss out the squared. Then from here you will be getting 2.006397. Now to get the answer correct to 3 significant figures, look at the fourth one. The fourth one is 6, so you round up. Therefore, I will be getting 2.01. So that is the area of the shaded region. Okay, for question number 8, a woman's basic salary for her first year with a particular company is $30,000 at the end of the year. She also got a bonus of 600. A, for her first year, express her bonus as a percentage of her basic salary. So this one very simple. It is 600 over 30,000, then times 100%. That is how we solve the percentage problem. Now, 100 cancel the 20. This 20 can be cancelled. Then here left 2. That means it is 2%. Okay, so done for the first part. Okay, now at the end of each complete year, the woman's basic salary will increase by 3% and her bonus will increase by $100. B, express the bonus she will be paid at the end of her 24th year as a percentage of the basic salary paid during that year. Okay, so now for salary, okay, salary, the initial salary, I will say, okay, for the salary, because increased by 3%, right? That means this is geometric progression. So the R will be 1.03 because 3% means 0.03. So because of increase, you plus with the original ratio, that is 1. And hence I get 1.03. Now for the bonus, it is increased by a fixed amount. So here, bonus, fixed amount means arithmetic progression. So the D is $100. Okay, now you need to find out at the end of 24 years the bonus, alright? So T24, so bonus T24 is how much? Now for arithmetic progression, Tn is a plus n minus 1 d. So it means that now I need to know what is the initial bonus, right? So go back to the previous question. At the end of the year, this is first year, the bonus is 600, which means now I will say for the bonus distribution, the progression, right? So for the bonus, it is AP, arithmetic progression. A is 600, D is 100. So now my T24 for the bonus, it will be A plus n minus 1D. So 600 plus 23D. Then this is going to be 2,900. Okay, now first part done. You need to find out the percentage. Okay, percentage means you have to divide by the basic salary paid during that year. So basic salary is geometric progression. So now I will say this is for salary, geometric progression. Now first year, okay, first year it will be 30,000. Right, that's the basic salary. So it means that now the A is 30,000. Okay, then the R. The R is 1.03. So now for geometric distribution, Tn is AR to the power of n minus 1. So now I need to find out what is the amount of the salary after 24 years, at the end of 24 years. So that means salary T24 equals to 30,000 R to the power of n minus 1. So it becomes power 23. Then from here, you will get 59207.59533. Okay, and now the question asking for the percentage. So the bonus as the percentage of the salary. So that means the percentage equals to 2,900, that is a bonus, over this value. So 2,900 over 59207.59533, then times 100%. Okay, then from here you will be getting 4.898%. And now we always leave our answer correct to 3 significant figures. So this is the fourth one. So you round up. So once you round up, instead of 89, you plus 1, now becomes 90. So 4.90%. That is the working for this question. Okay, next question, 9a. Express this in the form where a and b are constants. So to get this form, basically that is the completing the square method. So I will write 2x squared plus 12x plus 11. For completing the square method, make sure the coefficient for x squared is plus 1. And now you are given positive 2. So you have to factorize the 2. So I factorize 2, then you will be getting x squared plus. So when you factorize 2, it's like you are dividing the terms by 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6x, alright? 12x divided by 2 is 6x. Then the 11, you can just leave it outside. So plus 11 outside. Then now from here, I'll get 2. Completing the square, I will show step-by-step working. You basically just rewrite the 2 terms, then you add 2 more terms, plus bracket squared and minus bracket squared, followed by plus 11. So the term inside the bracket, it will be half of the coefficient of x. This is plus 6. So I will write plus 6 divided by 2. Then here, plus 6 divided by 2. Then I will be getting 2 times. Now, once you are here, okay, once you are in this step, so what to do? Combine the first and third term and factorize the square. So I will get x. Now, the second term, the second take, which is plus 6 over 2, that is same as plus 3. Then you square it. And minus this, I know that it is 3, so 3 squared. Then plus 11. Then from here, you will get 2 times x plus 3 squared minus 9, then plus 11. And now to get this form, just bring in the 2. Okay, just times. But then don't do any further expansion. Just bring it in. I'll get 2 bracket x plus 3 squared minus 2 times 9, 18. Then plus 11. So at last, that will be 2 times x plus 3 squared. Now, minus 18 plus 11 is basically minus 7. So that is the requested form. And this is what we call as completed square form. Okay, now B, the function f is defined by this, where x is less equals to minus 4. Find expression for f inverse and state the domain. So there are 2 parts. So now, I let my y be fx. And then, just now I have completed the square. Alright, so I will have 2 times x plus 3 squared minus 7. This is my y. Now to get the f inverse, you must get the x as a subject. Means that this minus 7 must be moved to the other side. So I will be getting 2 bracket x plus 3 squared equals to y plus 7. And now, move the 2 down, it will be x plus 3 squared equals to y plus 7 divided by 2. And followed by moving the square. Okay, this square you move to the other side. It will be plus minus square root. So I'll get x plus 3 equals to plus minus square root of y plus 7 divided by 2. Followed by last step, which is to move the plus 3 to the other side. That means this is going to be x equals to minus 3. Now, do not write the plus minus. So at this moment, you just copy the rest first. Because we know that the x will be replaced by f inverse. Okay, then the y in the previous step will be replaced by x. Sorry, the y will be replaced by x. Okay, now to decide whether the middle is plus or minus, what is this? Okay, so use the concept of domain f equals to range f inverse. So this is our domain f, right? Because domain is referring to the x values. So now I will say my range f inverse. Okay, so you just copy the result, means you copy this less equals to minus 4, but then you change the x into the f inverse, right? So I will write f inverse less than equals to minus 4. Just copy from here. So now, obviously, to get the f inverse less equals to minus 4, this whole term will be giving you the f inverse. What is the range? So to get less equals to minus 4 means minus 4 onwards, or it will be more negative. So I must choose minus. Okay, so, and not the plus. When you choose plus, it will become positive later on. So therefore, this is my inverse function. So done for the first part. And now the second part is domain of f inverse. So to get the domain of f inverse, we need to refer to range. Okay, so domain for F inverse is basically range of F. Now, your Fx equals to this 2 bracket x plus 3 square minus 7, and given that x is less equals to minus 4. Alright, so then, now basically from this expression, I will be getting a vertex, right? So this vertex will be having coordinates. Just for information, the vertex is with coordinates minus 3 and minus 7. How to get this minus 3? Just let this be 0. So, and when you look at the function here, this is positive x squared. That means the graph will have a minimum point because of coefficient is positive. Coefficient for x squared is positive. So now I just simply sketch. This is my negative 3, negative 7 minimum point. But then now we are not referring to the complete curve. We are just referring to x less equal to minus 4. So which means you are just referring to this part. This is your f now, so that the inverse function exists. Okay, this is y equals to fx. So now I need to find out when x exactly minus 4, what is my fx? Then I know that all my other y will be greater than this, greater and equal to this. So therefore my working is f of minus 4, it will be 2 times minus 4 plus 3 squared minus 7. That means you are getting 2 times minus 1 squared is 1. Therefore I get minus 5. This point is going to be minus 4 minus 5, which means my range of f, it will be at least minus 5 according to this graph because it goes up. Right. Hence, my domain f inverse, since they are the same value, okay, I will just copy this result and change my fx into x because domain is referring to x. So that's all for the domain part. Okay, now the function g is defined by gx equals to 2x minus 3, where x is less than equals to k. For k equals to minus 1, solve the equation. F gx is 193. So now, when k equals to minus 1, my gx is basically 2x minus 3, where x less equals to minus 1. And then what is my f? Okay, so I would need to write down my fx. So my fx is basically, copy back this, 2 of x plus 3 squared minus 7, where the x is less equals to minus 4. Okay, so now to get fgx, this is basically the composite function, means f of gx. My gx is replaced by 2x minus 3. Then now, when you compare here, this is fx. Here is f of 2x minus 3. That means the x on the right side must be replaced by 2x minus 3. So here I will be getting 2 of 2x minus 3 is to replace the x, then another minus 3 squared and minus 7. Then here I will get 2 of 2x minus 3 becomes 2x minus 6 squared minus 7. Okay, now replace this function by 193. So given fgx is 193. So I will write 2 brackets 2x minus 6 squared minus 7 is 193. So the minus 7 will be moved to the other side, becomes plus. So 193 plus 7, which is 200. Then now, there's a 2 on the left side, so I divide by 2. Okay, so then here, you will get, okay, wait, let me check. Did I make any mistake? My fx, oh, sorry, my fx here, x plus 3 squared minus 7. I wrote minus. Here should be plus. Right, mistake. So here it will be the function. Wait, it's not over here. Okay, the f of the function, so 2x minus 3, and then plus 3 before you square, so plus 3. So then when you open the bracket, right, so the plus 3 and minus 3 will be 0. That means it's just left 2x squared. So when 2x squared, that is 4x squared. So I'll get 4x squared, then minus 7. And at last, this is going to be 8x squared minus 7. Okay, so here I need to change. This is going to be 8x squared minus 7 equals to this result. 8x squared is 200. So you divide by 8. That means x squared is 25. So hence your x will be plus minus square root 25. Then that will be plus minus 5. So when plus minus 5, okay, now let's check. Because the question says solve, means find the x. Now this is fg. Okay, so refer to this diagram. Fg, this is function fg, but then we substitute g into f. That means here is g, this is f. Right, so this is domain g, at the same time domain fg. So now this x is basically the domain fg. So that means now here we know that domain fg equals to domain g. So look at your domain g. Your domain g is x less equals to minus 1. Right, that means now both x must be less equals to minus 1. So when less equals to minus 1, now you have found x equals to plus minus 5. Therefore, the x must be just minus 5 because we have to accept less than equals to minus 1 for the solution. Okay, now D state the largest k for the composition Fg to be defined. Okay, so now Fg, right, Fg means G first followed by F. So the k basically get it from here, gx, x less equals to k, right, gx equals to 2x minus 3, x less equals to k. Now this is basically the domain G. Okay, and again this is domain G, at the same time domain Fg. Okay, then at the same time this domain G, here I will get range G, and at the same time this range G will be the domain F. Right, so now I will say that my range G, because now you need to get K. Okay, so I will say range G is the domain F. So now your range G, okay, basically your range G is you substitute the x value into your function. That is a range G. So I'll get 2k minus 3 because you need to find out what is the largest k. Yeah. Okay, so I will write 2k minus 3. Okay, what is my domain F? My domain F is basically x less equals to minus 4. This is my domain F. So I will say that it's less equals to minus 4. Okay, because for fx, I would say domain F, x less equals to minus 4. So then from here, I will get 2k less equals to minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1, k less equals to negative half. So my largest k, you can accept any k values less equals to negative half. Therefore, my largest k is negative half. Okay, less than equals to negative half. So it can be more negative, but the largest value is exactly negative half. So this is the solution for number 1. For D, sorry. Solution for part D. So for question number 10, the gradient of the curve is given by this expression. Then the curve has a stationary point. So whenever you see stationary points, means that the dy dx equals to 0. Right? So here you should write dy dx equals to 0. And at this point, where a is a positive constant, find the value of a. Means only one a for your final answer. That means now I will just rewrite the dy dx first. 2 times x plus 3 to the power of half, then minus x. dy dx is 0, so stationary point, dy dx is 0. That means now, and at the same time, the x is replaced by a. Okay, so here I will just write when x is a. So now 0 equals to 2. The degree half is basically square root a plus 3 minus a. Then now I will just move this negative a to the left side. Then it will be 2 square root a plus 3 equals to a. And now to get the a, we need to eliminate the square root. So this can be done by squaring both sides. So I square both sides. Now you bring in the power, okay, because I have AB degree 2. That is basically a squared, b squared. So here 2 squared is 4. Square and square root cancel off. So I get a plus 3. Then right side is just a squared. And now from here I will get a quadratic function. So I will move the left side to the right side. It will be a squared minus 4a minus 12 equals to 0. And then now when you solve this, a squared minus 4a minus 12 equals to 0. This can be factorized. Okay, so here, a times a equals to a squared. The 12, okay, or I would say the minus, when you look at the sign here, this minus times plus is a minus. So I will have 1 minus and 1 plus. Right, so since different sign, that means the difference of two numbers, right, it will be 4. So I will have 6 times 2. The difference is 4, 6 and 2 to get 12. So the difference is 4. And make sure it is minus 4. So minus 6 and 2. Then now, the next step is just use cross multiplication. Because in the middle column, right? In the middle column, when you multiply, I will get minus 6a. Then the middle column here will be plus 2a. So when plus together, it will be minus 4a. And then the last column you times, that will be minus 12. So exactly the same. And now final answer, just cross multiplication. Cross multiply. So I will get a minus 6 times a plus 2 equals to 0. So hence, either the first one equals to 0 or the second bracket equals to 0. Therefore, my a is 6 or my a is minus 2. Now, it's mentioned a is a positive constant, right? So given a is positive, that means it's greater than 0. Therefore, your solution must be 6. Okay, part B, determine the nature of the stationary point. This nature means either maximum or minimum. That means now I need to find out d squared y over dx squared. If it is greater than 0, minimum point. That is the nature. If it is less than 0, then I'm getting a maximum point. Right, so now before I get the second derivative, I need to copy back my dy dx first. So my dy dx, I will rewrite this. So 2 bracket x plus 3 degree half, then minus x. And now my second derivative, it will be 2. This power half, you bring it down. Okay, so here becomes half then x plus 3 degree, half minus 1 is minus half. Then differentiate x plus 3, you get 1. Last term minus x becomes minus 1. And now you simplify. You see here, the 2 and half will be cancelled off. Okay, you are getting x plus 3 to the power of negative half. This is basically 1 over, because you multiply with 1 over square root of x plus 3. Then followed by minus 1. That is your second derivative. Okay, and now you need to check the stationary point. It's already mentioned the stationary point is A14, and now our A is 6. So at 614, my d squared y over dx squared equals to 1 over square root of, the x is 4, so 4 plus 3, then minus 1. That means this is going to be 1 over square root 7 minus 1. And now here, A14, right, A14, so your A is 6, right, A is 6, so here 614, change, 614, so it means that x is replaced by 6, then plus 3, then here is going to be 1 over square root 9, which is 1 over 3, and 1 over 3 minus 1 is negative 2 over 3. That is less than 0. So when less than 0, you should get a maximum point. So 614 is a maximum point. So that's the nature of the stationary point in the question. Okay, see, find the equation of the curve. So when you are given y, to get dy dx, you differentiate. But now you are given dy dx, to get the y, which is the equation of the curve, that is the reverse process of differentiation, which is integration. Alright, so now I will rewrite my dy dx. That is this expression. So 2 times x plus 3 to the power of half minus x. Then now my equation of the curve is basically y. So now you need to integrate this expression. So when we do integration, integrate ax plus b to the power of n dx. That is going to be ax plus b. So for integration, we always plus 1 degree. So n plus 1 over n plus 1. And when you differentiate ax plus b is a, then followed by plus c, provided n is not minus 1. So that means here, I will get 2, rewrite the whole function. The degree instead of half, now you get half plus 1, which is 3 over 2. Then over 3 over 2, and when you differentiate x plus 1, x plus 3, that is 1. Okay, then minus, the x becomes x squared over 2, followed by plus c. So this is your equation of the curve, but then now we need to simplify. So when you look at the constants here, right, this is 2 divided by 3 over 2. So if I need to simplify, it becomes 2 times 2 over 3. That is 4 over 3. So then I will just write this as 4 over 3. So this is going to be y equals to 4 over 3 times x plus 3 to the power of 3 over 2 minus x squared over 2 plus c. Now, we need to get the complete equation of the curve, means that we need to calculate the c. So the c, we will just use the stationary point, 614. So at 614, means that the x is 6 and the y is 14. So you will get 14 equals to 4 over 3 times 6 plus 3 to the power of 3 over 2 minus 6 squared over 2 then plus c. So that means here you will get 14 equals to, now 4 over 3, this is 9 to the power of 3 over 2, minus 36 over 2 plus c. So when you calculate, your c is basically 14. Okay, so when you move these two terms to the other side, alright, the first term is basically minus 36. So here I get minus 36, and then 36 divided by 2 is basically 18. Right, since this is minus, you move to the other side, it becomes plus 18. Then from here, my c is minus 4. So once you have found the c, you just substitute back this c into your y, and that is the equation of the curve. So now, equation of the curve, your y equals to 4 over 3 times x plus 3 to the power of 3 over 2 minus x squared over 2, then minus 4. So that's all for this solution. Okay, now next question, number 11a. Solve the equation. So your equation in terms of tangent, and it is a quadratic equation. So I will copy back all these terms first. And then now your x is from 0 to 180 degrees. So this quadratic, you can just factorize this into two linear factors. Alright, so you will be getting tangent x minus 2 multiplied with 3 tangent x plus 1 equals to 0, which is like this. This is 3 tangent x, here is tangent x. To get 3 tangent square x, right? The 2 here means 2 and 1. But then when you look at here, look at the previous term, this is minus. Times with plus to get a minus. Therefore, I need to have different sign. But then by looking at this 5, okay, so I need to get a bigger negative value. So that means it will be negative 2 here. So that I get negative 6 tangent x, and this is plus 1. So here will be plus tangent x. So when you add up the middle column, that is minus 5 tangent x. The last one will be minus 2. Okay, so final answer for the factorization, just cross multiply. This is how I get these two terms. Otherwise, you can just use your calculator, get the roots first. So from the roots, you change to factors. Then from here, either tangent x minus 2 equals to 0, or 3 tangent x plus 1 equals to 0. Which means now, you are getting tangent x is 2, or tangent x is negative 1 over 3. So when tangent x is 2 means that the angle is in first quadrant. Tangent x equals to negative 1 over 3, that is in the second quadrant due to this restriction. So now you need to get both values from the calculator. So basically when you take inverse tangent 2, right? X is inverse tangent 2, that is 63.4 degrees. But then here, I will just write basic angle is inverse tangent 1 over 3 and not minus. Okay, I just press 1 over 3, and that is going to be 18.4 degrees, which means here is 18.4. So this is 18.4, and now our angle is the alternate angle. Okay, so it means that your x will be 180 degrees minus 18.4 degrees, and this is going to be 161.6 degrees. So the solution will be 63.4 degrees and 161.6 degrees. Okay, B, find the sets of k, the sets of values of k for which the equation has no solutions. So now 3 tangent squared x minus 5 tangent x plus k equals to 0. So when no solutions means that the discriminant is less than 0. Okay, discriminant. Less than 0. So now, basically, I need to write down the coefficients first. A is 3, B is minus 5, C is K. So the discriminant here means that, okay, you are given ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Then the discriminant is basically b squared minus 4ac. Alright, so now given no solution, so I will start with b squared minus 4ac less than 0. Then I'll just replace all the values accordingly. Minus 4, a is 3, c is k less than 0. And then from here, minus 5 squared it will be 25. Then minus 12k less than 0. To get the k, alright, I will move this negative 12k. You have two methods. Either you move the negative 12k to the other side, or you move 25 to the other side. Probably I show you both. So I move 25 to the other side. Right? So here I will get negative 12k less than negative 25. So now to get k, because now you need to find k, I divide the whole inequality by negative value, negative 12. So when you divide by negative 12 means k is greater than negative 25 over negative 12. You must change a sign. Therefore, your k is greater than 25 over 12. So this is the first option. Another option is right after this step. Okay, right after this step, I will write 25 minus 12k less than 0. So I move the 12k to the other side. So 25 less than 12k. So when 25 less than 12k is same as 12k is greater than 25. Okay, and now you divide the whole equation or whole inequality by positive 12. So when by positive value, no need to change the sign. The inequality sign remains. So it's greater than 25 over 12. So you have two options to solve this question. Okay, see, for the equation 3 tangent square x minus 5 tangent x plus k equals to 0, state the value of k for which there are 3 solutions in this interval and find these solutions. So when 3 solutions means that you will have, okay, let me check. State the k. Okay, state the k. Alright, so now you see 3 tangent square x minus 5 tangent x plus k equals to 0. When 3 solutions, okay, so because the questions just state, supposedly there's no working, right? Just the final answer. So now when you check here, if your k is non-zero, means that you get any real numbers, okay, or any numbers, you will always get a quadratic equation, right? And then from here, quadratic equation, and now to get the value, that means later you will get the tangent value. Tangent x is how much, then you solve that, right? So to get 3 solutions, you look at the tangent graph. This is our tangent graph. Alright, I just simply sketch. This is 360. This is for tangent graph. Okay, so here is the half of the graph, 180. So which means here, look at here. When 0, right? When here is 0, that means I'll get 0 and then 180. Right, this is a tangent graph. So I will expect when my tangent x itself is 0, then I will get 2 values. Okay, that means here I will expect my k equals to 0. Because when this is 0, I will have just tangent and tangent squared. Then you can factorize the tangent. So one of the tangent is 0, tangent x is 0, then you will get 0 degrees and 180 degrees. And then another one you can get it from the tangent graph, right? The another tangent value, because you are just given first two quadrants. So when first two quadrants, we know that first quadrant is positive for tangent, but not for the second quadrant. So it means that I will have one angle from another tangent, right? Therefore, my k must be positive. My k must be 0. Otherwise, you will not get three solutions. You will only get two solutions when you let k be other values. Okay, so then now when k equals to 0, then now you need to find these solutions. Means that 3 tangent square x minus 5 tangent x equals to 0. Then I can factorize the tangent x. Then you will get 3 tangent x minus 5 equals to 0. So product of two terms equals to 0 means that one of them must be 0. So either tangent x equals to 0 or 3 tangent x minus 5 equals to 0, which means now the second one I will get tangent x equals to 5 over 3. So I will get one solution for tangent x equals to 5 over 3 because that is positive in first quadrant. So now my x is going to be 59.0 degrees. Okay, I round up. Then for tangent x equals to 0, as you can see from the graph, it will be 0 and 180 degrees. So here my x will be 0 and 180 degrees. Okay, so therefore my x will be these three values. So done for this question. Okay, now next question, number 12. A diameter of circle C1 has endpoints. So find the equation of the circle C. So let's say this is the circle. Here is the diameter, right? So 2 points, minus 3, minus 5, and then another one is 7, 3. So from here, you need to find the diameter. So the diameter is basically the distance of the 2 points. So the distance of 2 points is basically, right, so A is x1, y1, B is x2, y2. So the distance, which is the length, is the square root of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. That's the distance. That means now, by applying the formula square root of minus 3 minus 7 squared plus minus 5 minus 3 squared, then you will get square root of 146, and this is going to be 2 square root 41. So now I can find what is the radius, r. So my radius is half of diameter. Therefore, it is square root of 41. And now, from the circle, we need to find out what is the midpoint. Okay, let this be midpoint. Not to say midpoint, the center. The center is basically the midpoint of the diameter. So now the midpoint formula is m equals to average of x and average of y. Okay, so here I will get square, this is minus 3 plus 7 divided by 2, and then minus 5 plus 3 divided by 2. This is going to be 4 over 2, which is 2. Then 3 minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. Minus 2 over 2 is minus 1. So now I found the radius and center. Therefore, I will just write here equation of the circle C1. That is, okay, now for your information, equation of circle with center AB and then radius R. That is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. Okay, so here I will be getting x minus my first point 2, my x coordinate, then y minus minus 1 squared equals to square root of 41 squared. That is my r squared. So here I will simplify into x minus 2 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals to 41. So that is the equation of the circle. Okay, now B. The circle C1 is translated by H4 to get C2 as shown in the diagram. So now find the equation of the circle C2. Okay, just now the center was 2 minus 1. Right? Radius remain. This is square root 41. So it means it's the same circle. It's just that now 8 minus 2. So it means that this point, the coordinates, right, the center has been moved 8 units. So here 8 units to the right side. And then 8 units. And then going up for 4 units. This is your new center. So here is 4. Therefore, I have to just change accordingly. Right, that means my new center, it will be 2 plus 8 and then minus 1 plus 4. That is going to be 10 and 3. But then the radius remains because it is the same circle. So my equation of C2, that is x minus 10 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals to 41. Right? Now, the two circles intersect at R and S. Find or show that the equation of RS equals to this. Means that now I need to solve simultaneous equations. So then it will be x minus 2 squared plus y plus 1 squared is 41. This is my first equation. My second equation is x minus 10 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals to 41 as well. This is my second equation. So I let second equals to first equation. So x minus 2 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals to x minus 10 squared plus y minus 3 squared. And now we do expansion. Okay, use this formula. A plus b squared or a plus minus b squared equals to a squared plus minus 2ab plus b squared. Then I will be getting x squared minus 4x plus 4. Then plus, when you expand the y plus 1 squared, y squared plus 2y plus 1. Now, for the right side, you will get x squared minus 20x plus 100. Okay, then square of y minus 3 is y squared minus 6y plus 9. Now, you can cancel off some of the terms first, x squared from both sides, and then y squared from both sides. Alright, so now you need to get the R and S. So which means now I will move all the terms from the left side, from the right side to the left side. So I will get minus 4x. Now, simplify first. Plus 4 plus 1, I get plus 5. That is plus 5, then plus 2y. So when you move, so here plus 20x, 109. Okay, 109 is 109. Then when you move, it becomes negative 109. Then the plus minus 6y becomes plus 6y equals to 0. Then from here, I will get my 2y plus 6y is 8y. Then the x minus 4x plus 20x, that is plus 16x. Okay, and then you get 5 here plus 5 minus 109, that is minus 104. Now, if you can solve this equation, that means you are getting the points R and S. Okay, so then you want to show that the equation of the line R and S is this. So I need to get the Y as a subject. So from here, basically, we are not able to solve the X and Y, right? So we are not interested to get the point of R and S. So what we need to show is just this equation. So now I rearrange first. HY is negative 16x plus 104. So when I divide the whole equation by 8, I'll get 6. Y equals to negative 2x plus 13. So that is my line. Right. So this is the line of RS. Okay, now hence means use the previous answer. Show that the x coordinates of R and S satisfy this equation. So now, I know that this line will give you the points R and S. Okay, so then we know that two circles intersecting here. So if you want to show that it's satisfying this quadratic equation in terms of x, means that you need to show that, right? See here, R and S, the line is here. So this line, RS, intersecting the first or second graph, right, at R and S. So now I will have to solve the simultaneous equations. So it means that now x minus 2 squared, I will use the C1 to calculate. Let's say this is my first equation. Then my y equals to negative 2x plus 13 as my second equation. Now I substitute second into first to get my equation here, quadratic equation. So I will get x minus 2 squared plus, now the y will be replaced by these two terms. This y, okay, this y will be replaced by these two terms. So I will get negative 2x plus 13, then plus 1. Squared equals to 41. That means you will get x minus 2 squared plus minus 2x plus 14. Squared equals to 41. And now, just get a quadratic equation. So do expansion, it will be x squared minus 4x plus 4. Then the second expansion is plus 4x squared minus 56x, then plus 196. Okay, and now you need to get 0 at the back, on the right side. So it means that this 41 will be moved to the left hand side. Then I will get minus 41 equals to 0. And now, when you simplify, x squared plus 4x squared, that is 5x squared. Then for the x, minus 4x minus 56x, that is minus 60x. Okay, so for the constants here, plus 4 plus 196, that is plus 200, plus 200 minus 41, that is plus 159, equals to 0. So we have shown the equation. Alright, so that's all for the part D. And now, we have come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Again, please like this video and like the channel, and not to forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy watching my videos. And please share this channel with your friends as well. Okay, if you would like to show your support to this channel, you can just click the thanks button below the video. Alright, and stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Thank you. Bye.